Hey guys, my name is Rafael and I'm here to try to talk about this guitar. This is a bolt guitar, as you can see by the lightning bolt. It's not Lightning McQueen guitar, although I guess it shares the lightning there. I don't know why I make that joke, but I've had this guitar for a while. I think probably for too long. I'm not sure if the guys at Bolt Guitars are really appreciative that I've been using this guitar for this long. But I'm a busy person. I just haven't gotten a chance to bring the guitar back. So the way that this guitar works is you buy it in a box, all right? In the box, it comes the woods, the hardware, the neck is pre-set up, so the frets are already done, the nuts are already cut, most things are already done. You just need to assemble, make a few holes, paint it, right, finish it, and follow the instruction videos that you get on the email once you buy the guitar. So it's a whole kit. You know, when you go to buy a guitar kit, often it's just the woods and like it's use common sense. It's a solderless kit. There's a couple of solder points, but I'm going to be very honest. I've never assembled a kit guitar. I've assembled parts casters and guitars from random parts, never like a really good one as well. So I don't have that experience. I don't know if I will be able to do it. And at the moment, I don't have really the time to and the patience, you know, the time and the patience. I want things right now. I see a guitar and I want to buy it straight away. And with so many second-hand offers out there, it seems like, well, you could just buy something used. But the problem with that is you often don't get what you want. You get what either someone else wanted or what someone else no longer wants. Or you get a product that is not to your actual spec, something that is close but not quite enough. With this guitar, the way that has been built, prepared for you to assemble, and then how you put it together, you can really make it your own. You know, how glossy, how satin, how thick the finish is, how smooth the fret ends are if you want like to work on them further on. So it really becomes an instrument that you have created. It's no longer just putting parts together, but it's a step up from the kits that then you have to replace all the hardware, and even the wood might not be great. So just you have a notion. So like, for example, a flame maple neck, and you can see it's really flamey, right? It has really good tuners. They're vintage style because they look vintage, but they're not split at the headstock. A bone nut, a 9.5-inch radius fretboard, so what Fender is using, a nice C-shaped neck that you can then finish with the oil provided, a good looking body because it's not quite the Telecaster shape, it's slightly slender here, slightly elongated, a bit more versatile, two-piece alder body, which you won't find for the price that this is being sold. Proper CTS pots and quality switch. It's cut here, so supposedly it's more comfortable. I'm not sure if I find it more comfortable because of the way that I've gotten used to play, so I often land here, it's on the edge, but technically for most people it will be more comfortable. Actually rounded dome knobs that look good, feel great, are smooth and everything, and you know, straps and even the input jack is a quality CTS one, I think, or Switchcraft or whatever it is, and it has the screws that allow you to really have it there, unlike the Fender Telecasters that keep coming out. So all in all, it's a great guitar. And how does it sound, you ask? So I'm on I play through the Helix, and this is on the neck pickup of it. So. So this is on a clean patch, right? Middle. Bridge. Still going. And then there is this other thing, which is the sustain, because the neck is matched to the body. They have such a nice connection, and the finish is not this heavy finish. Like Martin, the luthier that prepares all the guitars, says, it's not plastic bag sort of finish, which is like poly and nitro, everything is plastic based. This finish is made by Little Fairs, which is a company based in Blackburn, not far off from where we are. I'm in Blackpool, they're in Preston. Blackburn is a few more miles that way to the east, and it's and I don't know what it is. I'll be honest, I don't know what it is, but it is cool. Now you can apply it and be like as solid as this black guitar is. You can make it a bit more translucent sort of looking. I've seen people do butterscotch that's really strong yellow, or one that is just slightly tinted. Same thing with the whites and the blues and the reds, everything. So even in that regard, you can really make it your own. And the thing is, it really is a quality guitar. I've been thought because this guitar was made by Bob's dad. That isn't, I don't think is not a luthier, or even doesn't have any experience with playing guitar or building guitars, and he has done a really good job of putting it together, following the instructions. But I think if I done it, I'll do things slightly different, or maybe if you do it yourself, you'll do things slightly different than this guitar is. But this kit allows you to do that, and the guys are super responsive and willing to participate with the community, answer any questions and doubts that you have. And the fact is, it's really a good instrument, a good tool. I've taken it to play live, and I've had no issues. Really light, really resonant, no electronic problems. And if there are any problems, because you've assembled it yourself, you also will know how to fix it. Let's see how it behaves with a bit of drive. So going through the three pickups, you can tell that they sound quite different from each other, which I think is a good thing. The neck has this warm, transparent characteristic about it. The middle really is a nice balance of this warmness and the brushness of the bridge pickup. And the bridge pickup, although it's a single coil, has this humbucker-like quality to it. I particularly like when playing this song, it goes like... It's like if Telecaster was designed by people that listen to country and swing, I can tell that this guitar was designed by guys that really like indie alternative music, because that's where I find it excels the most. I have a Fred King at the moment. I had a Fender Telecaster when I went to see the guys that bought guitars for the first time, made in Japan, hybrid with Fender 58 pickups, USA made, and they sounded really thin and weak in comparison, but in a good way, in a vintagey sounding way. But it was such I ended up selling that guitar, basically, that's what I'm saying. And finally, like, no, there must be something, a nice balance elsewhere that is not quite that. Because the fact is, all right, and this is something that I've often thought, the Telecaster is a really simple design, right? Leo Fender wasn't a guitar player. He wasn't a luthier, so he didn't have these ideas about what the guitar should be. He really was informed by the players and by availability of materials and how he could build an electric guitar for as cheaply as he could. And the result wasn't this, it was something similar to this, but basically a slab body with a bolt-on neck and as few electronics as he could muster. Because remember, guitars were sold by price, by how many pickups they had. The Esquire was cheaper than the Telecaster, and the Telecaster was cheaper than the Stratocaster. And it's like the Gibson Junior was cheaper than the Les Paul, because, you know, more pickups, it was usually more expensive. So now, 2023, we have the opportunity to build a guitar ourselves to a spec that is really an amalgamation of great choices made by players over the years, that comes, again, pre-set up, made sure that the frets are leveled and rounded, not to the maximum, right? It's rounded to an acceptable standard. That the nut is nicely cut. It's rounded on the edges so you don't hit it when you're coming up. That the saddles are pre-intonated, everything. So if you are a beginner building guitars, this is a great starting point. If you are an expert building guitars, I don't know because I'm not an expert, but I guess you could take this and run away with it. Maybe add cutaways, right? Different electronics, route it to fit something else. But for £400, which is what it is for sale now, a flame maple neck, right? Which comes unfinished, but look at the grade of this and flame maple neck. I believe Warmouth sells flame maple necks for the same amount of money, or very similar. Or if you go to buy a Fender neck, any Fender neck, USA made, it costs this. Oh, but you can buy a neck for £120 here in the UK. You can, but it's not unfinished, so you have to. No, but it's not flamed. That's what I'm trying to say. I've seen flame ones, but they're not finished, or if maybe they don't have a headstock. You might say I don't like that headstock. I didn't love it, and over time I've come to sort of ignore it. I think the only thing that I don't particularly like is this bit here. It seems like it goes inside. It doesn't. It goes straight, but because it comes straightly back, because it's a straight headstock like all Fenders and all. It's a straight headstock. What you want me to say? It has that illusion that it gets thinner here, but it's the same thing. I'm no designer. I don't know if I could do any better. Probably I'll add just a little bit here and made it slightly thicker here just to make that difference. But then again, maybe they tried this and it looked rubbish. so I'm going to accept that is how it comes. It's like the way that I think about this guitar is when you go to IKEA and you see nice furniture or furniture that you like. It might not be nice, but it is furniture that you like. And you never wonder, will I be able to assemble this? It's like, will this be the same chest of drawers that I'll have in my home? No one thinks that. We just say that, you go pick up the boxes, you load the boxes onto the car, cry a little bit, and then get home and eventually assemble the furniture. It's like, oh yeah, it was exactly as it was in store. This is sort of the same thing. You look at it and you can see, oh, this is the result that I'm gonna get. I'll follow the steps. I don't need extra tools. Everything is already in the kit. I think it's just like a soldering iron, a screwdriver, a flathead, really simple things. Now, why have I been thorny in talking about this guitar as well? Is because I have never built one of these. So I don't know if the experience is it as reported, but I have a very good friend of mine, Dave, that borrowed me his Jazz Master, that is building one of these. It's arriving to him this week. So then I'll be able to talk with him and see exactly what it was his experience. Not just what the guys at Bolt Guitars are telling me, which I don't believe they have a reason to lie other than to sell more guitars, but it doesn't seem in character for them to be lying. And I've seen other people talk on the group how easy and how accessible it is. So Dave is going to get his guitar. He's going to be assembling it, and then we'll be able to see what someone that has quite a lot of experience putting kits together and building parts for guitars and everything is capable of doing. Does he like it? Doesn't he like it? Is it something that he would recommend? Looking forward to that one, so keep an eye out if you're at all interested in this topic. Okay, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope this was helpful. I really just enjoy talking about guitars and using my time this way. Unfortunately, I should be more interested in the stock market or something like that. Regardless, thank you so much, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.